Hello Zenners, Sean here coming at you with an exciting announcement of our calendar snapshot that is by default being applied to all of your accounts by the time you see this video. And so let's go through the calendar snapshot. Again, snapshots for AttractZen. This is designed where we're provisioning you with an A to Z automation workflow and system that really takes a lot of the heavy lifting off your plate for leveraging AttractZen in your efforts. So let's get into it. Calendar snapshot. The first thing to set up is the calendar. So you're going to go here into your account, and here, let me move my vase over there. You're going to go to settings, system settings. Now, some of you have done this already under calendars, and you're going to see in here there's provisioned two types. There's kind of the unassigned, like default calendar for a 60-minute or a 30-minute. And then we kind of have the advanced version of this that we've provisioned, which is if you have more types of meetings that you want people to be able to choose from when they are booking a time with you. So how this works is, first you're going to want to make sure that you've got your calendar integrated and all that kind of good stuff. You can go in and change each of these calendar appointments. So like this is a calendar for up to a 15-minute meeting. And you can see here we've pre-provisioned everything for you. This is just like if you were used to Calendly or Schedule Once or something like that. 15-minute slot, 15-minute interval, 15-minute buffer, which means like if you have a meeting from 1 to 1:15, then there's a buffer. The next appointment can't be booked until 1:30. That way, if you go a little bit over in the meeting, it's okay. Minimum scheduling notice is actually 4 hours and 10 days. So just review all this stuff. Again, some of you already have calendars for this kind of thing. But here we say, let calendar auto confirm. You can choose to allow cancellation and allow reschedule. Those links show right up in here. All of this is the same if you're watching any of our help library videos on calendars. It's already in here. We're just doing the heavy work for you by not only taking the calendars, but the second part of this. So go in and change those calendars to your liking. Then go to funnels. So here in funnels, when you click on marketing and funnels, you're going to see the calendar template. Now, some of you are going to have other funnels in here from some of our other snapshots that we've provisioned for you. Here you're going to see calendar template. Click on that funnel, and we've pre-built some really snazzy looking funnels in here to embed your calendar. So here you can see this one is just, again, for like if you're booking a single like 30-minute. This one is if you're booking a single 60-minute. And then for more advanced users, you can get to what we call the book a call team, or like a team of different appointments for them to choose from. And so our more sophisticated influencers or people will have they'll have a 15-minute, a 30-minute, or a 60-minute, and you can choose from any one of those. The user can, the contact can choose from any one of those. So here you just want to add in your photo. Maybe you want to add in your name. All of that, you just simply click Edit Page. It's literally what you see is what you get. Website editor here, so you can go right here and click on that photo, and then go down here and use your own photo like that. All that kind of good stuff you can do right in here. Just make sure you hit save when you're done. The main calendar names, by the way, and let me just go back out here for a second. And all right, I'm back at the name of the main calendar. So if you want to change the name of this calendar, we actually, what we're doing here is using teams. So if you haven't already seen this tab in your system settings, you're going to see team, and you can edit this right here, and you're just going to have only yourself in the team. So you can see here we've got like Jay, Nick, Sean, but we've got selected just yourself, right? And so you can say here, my main calendar, right? Or we could say Jay's main calendar, whatever we want to do there, right? So so that's right in there for you. And then there's even some configuration here where, again, you can choose, to say my main calendar, welcome to my scheduling page, assign contacts to the respective calendar team members, skip assigning contact if the contact already has an assigned user. So we've got both of those on by default for you. So that's right in there. So that's Teams and how it plays into the calendaring here. And you can, the wonderful thing about this is you could have calendars for all types of options. And if you have executive assistants or people who help with onboarding, or any of that kind of stuff, you can have, sets of calendars just for them. So lots of use cases here, but just want to make sure we deploy this snapshot. And then the real heart of it are these workflows. So Step number 3, go and review the workflows and publish them when ready. This is where we've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and we've customized this. All of this is best practices in the industry, appointment confirmation reminder. So you're going to click on this workflow, and it's triggered by default globally when an appointment is confirmed in your system. And when somebody visits one of those calendar pages, it will auto confirm the appointment by default. Is how we have that set up in the calendar, unless you don't want it to do that. But by default, most of us, we're syncing to our calendar. It shows our available times. It's checking for conflicts with our main calendar. So we want to just auto confirm those appointments. So the trigger here in this workflow is appointment status is confirmed. And then all these really cool things happen. So number 1, they get an email appointment confirmation. It comes from the appointment username and appointment user email. And it's literally saying, hey, contact, your appointment has been confirmed. When, where, and any notes. If this time does not work for you, let me know. So again, you can go and customize this. Our objective is to put this in your hands, give you a best practices default that you can use. Now, even when they go through the appointment booking process, they have an option. They get a screen to add it to their calendar, to add it to their Google Calendar right in their web browser. But we also put it in here just in case. We put add to calendar or add to Outlook as links. And these are, these links are customized for each appointment. And then we even have appointment user email signature. So again, the nice part is you could even have where if you're working as a team and you've got one person who's assigned as, the user with that contact, but then they book with a different user, it's going to be smart enough to figure out who they're booking for, who they're booking with, and it's going to put the email and their name. And right after that, we have a text that goes out. Again, this is just a short one that says, hi, first name. I just sent you an email as well, confirming our appointment start time. See you then. 24 hours ahead of the appointment, then we have a 24-hour reminder email that goes out. Same kind of thing. Our meeting is in 24 hours. And then 1 hour before, we have both a text and an email that goes out. So this is really going to skyrocket your show rate through the roof, because so many people, even if they've saved it to their calendar, it might not be top of mind. They might be meeting you for the first time. You might not be high on their radar. It's important to have a lot of reminders, email and text, that go out. And then get this, we even have an email that goes out 2 minutes ahead of time, right? That says our meeting is now. We put it 2 minutes because there's a little bit of potential lag there in the servers and the deliverability of the email and that kind of stuff. So that goes out 2 minutes ahead of time. And get this, we're not done yet, folks. We have a wait 30 minutes after the appointment. And then after the appointment is over, an email goes out here, email 30 minutes after, and it just says, any thoughts? Shout out to Russ, AttractZenner Russ, who gave us great inspiration for this one. Any thoughts? And it just says, following to see if it had any thoughts or questions. So we left it generic enough where you could use it for any appointment. If you don't want to use it for any appointment and you want to use it for only specific appointments, you can certainly customize that. But by default, it's global for applied to any appointment that's booked in your AttractZen system. So just review that. You can actually test the workflow on yourself if you're in there as a test contact. So if you haven't yet, add yourself in your own system, your own AttractZen system as a test user. And you might put like your first name and then test. And then if you have a Gmail or a G Suite to do a proper test, use your name plus test at gmail.com or your name plus test at yourdomain.com. And that way it's not sending it to yourself. If you try to test things by sending them directly from and to your original email, it doesn't always get through. So use a test contact, and what you'll see when you run the test, it will push you through the entire workflow and you'll see everything that happens. Now, I want to note, after you do this and you set it up, please ask somebody to schedule a time with you on the calendar just to make sure that you're seeing and that it's working properly. Again, here, when they're coming to your calendar, it's sensing where they are in the world, where their computer is in the world. So they're going to see the times in their time zone, not in your time zone. The other important things to note is, start using that calendar link with your prospects. Send it out now. Okay, get this. We even put, here, let me bounce to it. Okay, I'm here in a contact, and this is really cool. We even put a template that you can use to just send out to your contacts, both an email and a text version of this, that literally says, let's pick a time. So let's pick a time, use template. It fills in whatever your user is, in the system. Contact first name, let's pick a time. Let's pick a time to meet, book with me here. It uses your default user calendar link. Again, you could insert a specific link here if you have a custom calendar that you're creating. And then it says, thanks, user email signature. Boom, you can send that off. And this is a great way to get people to meet with you. Again, it's generic. You could customize it. You could create as many different versions of that template as you wanted. We're really putting this in your hands to start using it. Book appointments for yourself. Build relationship. The other things to just note here, then, when you get this all set up and humming along, you can cancel Calendly, right? So Calendly is charging normally anywhere between $12 and $19 a month for all of this, and it's not even integrated into the rest of the heartbeat, your databases, your business. It's not built into all that. So our system completely replaces Calendly. Your workflow is by default applied globally to all appointments. You are welcome to set up custom workflows for each calendar if you wanted. If you wanted a different workflow for the 15-minute versus the 30-minute, you could totally do that. Just go back to workflows here, and you can actually just make a copy. Here you can hit clone. You can make a copy of that, and then just give it an appropriate name so you can remember. Again, make sure that you're out of draft mode on these workflows. By default, they stay in draft mode until you go into the workflow and click publish. Let's see, what else? Just prerequisites again for some of you who are getting started. Make sure you have a phone number in AttractZen so that the text messages can go out and they can reply back and stuff. Make sure you have connected your G Suite or Gmail account. Ensure that you connect your calendar in your user profile. So we have this in the user getting started guide. Let me go there quick. Yeah, here we are under system settings. So make sure when you're viewing your profile, which this tab shows up when you're logged in to the system, this profile, make sure you're going under here and you're selecting your appropriate time zone, selecting your global available hours, which is different than what you're available on for each calendar. And then here you can see I actually don't have it set up, but set up your Google account integration. So even though you've integrated it with AttractZen here, you want to attach that Google account here with your profile, okay? So make sure that you do that if you haven't already. As always, we're here for you. The dev team is here for you. You can always click on the question mark. You can reach the dev team, US-based live chat, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 days a week. Go and set this up today, right after you watch this video. Go back and pause this video if you need to and deploy it right now today. We are so happy to have you on board. Go and make this work for you and make it a great one.